Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Gargoyles podcast. I'm, Central Park.
I'm Hell's Kitchen.
And I'm Red Hook.
We all just call her Clinton now, but it's actually, Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, I would say Brooklyn, but, that's already taken.
That is taken. You could be Staten Island. They don't have a Staten Island.
But there's not unbearable hipsters in Staten Island. I would be where the unbearable hipsters and indie folk musicians come from.
How about Queens? That's where the Mets play.
Also not hipsters.
But that is where you go to find a queen.
And also Spider-Man.
Oh.
All right, Spider-Man's from Queens, yeah.
So yes, as is customary when we do our in-between, as we are in between seasons, we're sort of in between seasons here, as we are between a season and a half season of Transformers Robots in Disguise. We decided to go ahead and do one of our between seasons episodes, in this case, on Gargoyles, a show that we've been wanting to do for ages.
Yes.
And especially since it's now readily accessible to everybody via Disney+.
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone is very excited. So, was that one of those shows where the second season had never been made available anywhere and it was a whole thing, or was it just the third season?
It was the third season that is of questionable canonicity.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I was also thinking about how, the second season of Exo Squad was pretty much entirely lost until Paramount Plus needed some random, Peacock needed some random content to shove on their new streaming platform, and suddenly after, 25 years, Exo Squad Season 2 is available.
Ooh.
Just out of nowhere.
There's definitely stuff like that on Disney Plus, like that old Spider-Woman cartoon that we watched.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But I think the thing is, with the Disney stuff, it's I don't know. I feel like people have largely not forgotten about Exo Squad, but there's not the same sort of I don't know, cultural everything.
Yeah. And it's certainly...
Yeah,
I don't know that it ever quite reached the obsessive fan base of Gargoyles.
Yes. I was very fond of both of them, actually. And I feel like they both had the same kind of like how I've talked before about when you get series that have a third season, and that's when all the, your DC Fontanas and, your very cool writers show up. I feel like in the 90s, there was, with syndicated shows like both of these, there was a tendency when they were trying very hard to be serialized.
Yes.
So they would have one very good, cohesive 13-episode, one day a week season. Mm-hmm. And then when they got their second season order, it just went crazy. Things just got very weird very fast. Because they had so many episodes to put in there, but because they were doing them, it was a lot more serial than they had to actually, try to have a storyline for that whole thing. Whereas, for instance, in the 80s, you could say that might have happened a little bit with G1, but because it was episodic, they didn't have to have a cohesive theme. The story didn't need to go anywhere in season 3. Which is why or season 2, which is why you get the season 2 closer episode being bought.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this case, the season 2 was indeed super long and contained, I believe, approximately 20 potential spin-offs.
It sure felt like it.
Spin-offs and clones, and I was looking at the IMDb page for it as I was watching this, because there were a couple of moments of, hey, was that? And it's great reading along looking through the IMDb cast list, because you've got Macbeth and you've got Boudica in there, and you just have all these suddenly it's all these random historical figures all over the place. It's just like, wow, that story went places.
So yeah, so I guess some of our younger listeners may not be familiar with the Gargoyles. This was sort of Disney's big foray into claiming a chunk of the sort of boys syndicated action cartoon market.
Yeah,
it evolved into that from the original pitch, which was more like the Gargoyles from Hunchback.
So you get Jason Alexander and the guy from Murphy Brown and the lady one.
Well, in that it was more comedy, right. And then someone said, "What if we just try to make our own Batman?"
Yeah, basically. much less of a thirst trap under that theme. What ended up happening, and it's funny because I was like, I don't know, I ran into my mom at Walmart or something a couple weeks ago, but I saw the big Goliath NECA figure that they had, and or maybe at Target, but I pulled that off the shelf and was looking it over, and my mom was like, "Ugh, he's ugly." And I was thinking, wow, that's not what my generation thinks at all.
Well, it does help when he's talking, but also, damn.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
You did buy he's on my desk waiting for wings, because Doggy hasn't shipped yet.
Alas.
So, this was... There's clearly Disney money behind this show. You've got like an amazing voice cast. You've got very nice animation.
Yeah.
And
get an amazing voice cast, but also a bunch of just the people you are going to expect to see in a movie being produced by, or a show being produced by Disney at this time, by which I mean there is absolutely Jim Cummings in this.
Yeah, but there's also people, it's like, a lot of this cast is like, wait, what? How? Why?
Yes. I don't know.
I guess we'll get to it somewhere.
I don't know if Keith David had even done much voice acting before this.
I don't know. He might have done those commercials for the Army, maybe, but I don't know that he was like a big voice actor yet at this point.
He did something. Wait a minute. Maybe? I could have sworn there was something he was in that was before this.
But he wasn't like someone you would think of as a voice actor.
And this is also pre-Spawn.
Yes.
Yeah. Spawn was like 3 years after this.
When so there was a overweight detective character in Spawn who often was the butt of somewhat sizist obscenities from the titular character, and my friends would occasionally joke about putting those over, like him Goliath talking about one of the gargoyles. So.
Okay, so I'm looking at his Wikipedia here. We may need some guidance from David here, as he is apparently credited as a dub voice on 3x3 Eyes.
3x3 Eyes, yes. It's an OVA series. Who the fuck was Mama?
I mean, this is Wikipedia. This could just be some guy putting this on. I
did sort of vaguely remember he was in something first. What the fuck character? It was, gender unknown, or cross-dressing, or trans, or something. Owner of like a club or something that I think the main character worked at, if I'm remembering correctly, and voiced by Keith David.
And he's also apparently in some 88 Ralph Bakshi Christmas special that was animated.
Oh, what? Wow.
Christmas in Tattertown.
Weird. Okay, so he dabbled in voice acting a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But this is definitely like when people started casting him in voice stuff, I'm sure they were thinking of this.
Yeah, no one remembers him voicing Mama.
And, of course, one of the driving force, or maybe the main driving force behind this was Greg Wiseman, comics writer, TV animation writer. We encountered him a couple of times during Transformers Prime.
Mm-hmm.
He really had his fingers in the whole show. He was the guy behind trying to continue it in comics form several years back, which didn't quite work out.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that Oni? Or no, slave labor.
Slave labor.
Slave labor is one of those. The one that, what's his face? Jonan Vasquez was involved with.
Yes.
I remember them getting the Disney license and being like, okay, what do we do with this? Let's make some comics to sell at Hot Topic.
And certainly it goes into Wiseman's various obsessions, especially not so much in this episode, but there's a lot of Shakespeare that gets that comes along later on.
Oh, yes.
So much. I said, looking at the cast list on IMDb, you've got the Weird Sisters showing up. Oh, hey, there is LeVar Burton was Anansi.
Yes, he
was.
Not
Shakespearean, but again, just like I said, historical and mythological and all over the place. Proteus. Roddy McDowell. Okay.
He did a fair number of cartoons in the 90s. He was on Batman the Animated Series as well. He was the Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was in a bunch of stuff. So yeah, there was the whole, like, Macbeth. That was one of the big plot lines in season 2 was with Macbeth. Mm-hmm. But, still existing Macbeth.
And anyway,
John Rhys Davies.
So Disney did put a huge amount of money into this, and I think it didn't do quite as well as they'd hoped. And also, Disney's CEO, I believe, died in a plane crash or something in 94, 95-ish.
Wow.
And that really changed, there was like a changing of the guard due to that.
That feels like it feels like it has to be one of those things like with The Tick, how The Tick was super popular with people who were not the intended commercial audience for the network time slots. Mm-hmm. Because, like, this was on when I was in high school and all of the nerdy high schoolers were super into it. So it seems like if it wasn't popular enough, it was probably just not popular enough with, like, the action figure and breakfast cereal crowd. Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy because the show is pretty toyetic.
Yes.
As we're going to get to.
Yes.
So we've chosen The Pack. We've chosen The Thrill of the Hunt, which introduces the Pack, a set of recurring antagonists.
Yeah, let's wait to get to the Pack's voice actors when we get to them.
Oh yes,
we'll just do the Gargoyles first.
So this is the all important post pilot episode.
Yes. So
this had like a 5-part pilot.
Status quo has been established. You've had that first little plot line, and now here we go into having 8 more episodes.
Right. And certainly that first season is fairly tightly plotted. And so in a nutshell, and so sadly, this is the first season, so the opening, which is fantastic, does not have the Keith David narration, giving you the premise.
It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect, frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now here in Manhattan, the spell is broken, and we live again.
Well, it kind of doesn't need to, like, the opening animation, which is almost entirely clips from the show, basically tells you the plot that he would be narrating anyway. Visual storytelling, it works sometimes.
Yeah, but you don't get the dulcet tones of Keith David telling you that 1,000 years ago.
I know, but he is...
superstition and the sword ruled.
He is in the rest of the episode.
I did kind of miss that, though. I like that voiceover.
And also, they alter the clips a little in the second season. There's a great cut to Goliath punching the camera, and then it cuts to like a wall exploding.
Oh, that's really He-Man.
Oh yes, this was syndicated, so it was a little more violent than your network shows.
Yes,
a little bit.
Especially later on in this first season, there's an episode that dealt with gun violence, in which a character straight up gets shot with a bullet, accidentally, and almost dies.
There's an episode, I want to say it's late in season 1, it might be early in season 2, but like, Demona gets some kind of magic where she can switch it so that humans turn to stone during the day.
That's the second season.
Okay, and then she's just going around with like a sledgehammer and just smashing people.
I think they had to insert some sort of line about how, the people who were destroyed have been restored or something.
I don't know that they did. I don't remember that.
I vaguely remember that they had to.
Oh. Now I'm reminded of the that point at the end of the second season of Beast Wars where their censor was
asleep at the wheel
on his last day at work.
Yes.
It's just sure. Have obvious sexual innuendo. I don't even care.
No, in this show we have to do, hey, Duke's gonna pull through! He's in a coma, though! Sure.
A
little bit.
So gargoyles are sort of humanoid, winged creatures who are flesh by night, stone by day.
Well, your classic gargoyle. They
your
shatter
classic,
off their outer skin.
Your classic gargoyles are not nearly as swole as Goliath.
No,
and also technically, since these ones aren't downspouts for water, they're only grotesques.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the water doesn't come out of any of their mouths. Yeah.
They originally guarded a castle in Scotland 1,000 years ago. They were cursed to remain via an extremely complicated series of events that will carry on through into the second season. They're cursed to remain stone until the castle reaches above the clouds. And it just so happens that the castle was bought and reassembled atop a skyscraper by eccentric be-ponytailed millionaire David Xanatos.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Like a good curse, it's complicated riddle that you have to twist to break.
Well, much like in Macbeth, no man of a woman born can kill Macbeth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's killed by a guy who had a C-section.
Yes.
We could have just found a woman, but, we had to find another technicality.
More clever technicality.
And so, they befriend local police detective Elisa Maza. They make an enemy /friend /frenemy of Xanatos, and they generally try and guard the people of New York.
The Xanatos relationship is very long and very bumpy.
Oh, indeed.
Yes, very complicated.
As we will discuss, much like all of his evil plots, it's extremely complicated.
Yes.
And so our primary cast, we've got our leader, Goliath, big purple guy. He is voiced by, of course, the great Keith David.
Yes.
With a nice, deep, booming voice.
Also the greatest example of this series, frequently being horny on Maine.
Yeah. Yes. I think that's part of why maybe it was not as popular with the action figure and breakfast cereal crowd, but was very popular with teenagers who, weren't embarrassed to be watching cartoons, is that the romance side of things is very pronounced. Not to a point where you're just like, this is just a romance, but definitely, like I said, my generation definitely does not think Goliath is ugly.
Well, no, it's very proto-monster fucker.
Yes.
Because, he's basically just this guy who's 7 feet tall, purple, and wearing a loincloth. No shirt! I'm sure he has wings and claws, but damn, look at them abs.
It bears certain similarities to the Linda Hamilton, Ron Perlman Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And I'm sure many a woman in the 80s was super into Ron Perlman.
Probably.
And rounding out the cast, we've got Hudson, who is the old guy, voiced by a Scottish accented Ed Asner.
Yes.
Oh, the technically Ed Asner. Okay. My brain, he sits in a recliner and pets his dog, and it's he's just the dad from Frasier.
And I guess apparently, Ed Asner, he went into audition. He thought, "Oh, this is going to be easy." And he said, "Well, what if you did like a Scottish accent?" But he did it.
Yeah.
You've got the sort of like young, up and coming, hot headed guy. Your hot rod, if you will. That's Brooklyn, voiced by Jeff Bennett.
Yep, fairly early in his career. Not his first job, but definitely one of his earlier ones.
Who is more for your monster fuckers who actually want a monster face?
Yeah, he's got like a bird face, sorta.
Yeah, he's got sort of a beaky, sort of a beak.
Yeah, it's a more traditional, grotesque gargoyle face.
Yes.
Yes.
You've got Broadway, who is the fat guy, and voiced as so many fat guys are by Bill Fagerback.
Yes.
Yes.
He's a good character, though. They do a lot of good stuff with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of
he's the bulkhead of the group.
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
He's decent and lovable. And you got the little guy, Lexington, voiced by...
The little guy, the smart guy, the plucky guy.
Voiced by Tom Adcox Hernandez.
In one episode who turns out, wait, he's evil? What?
Well, that was one where they go to the future, except not actually.
Yes, it's a possible future.
Well, yes.
A possible future where he went wrong.
I vaguely remember that, and I vaguely remember at least somebody has an eye patch.
Yeah. Is it Bronx? Or somebody?
No, Bronx isn't there. Broadway is blind.
Oh.
And then Lexington's a cyborg, and I think... Yeah. Well, I mean, Hudson's already got, like, the one bad eye.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody has an eye patch. And then you also got Bronx, who is like a dog-like beast, and of course, because he doesn't talk, voiced by Frank the Tank Welker.
Yes.
Doing his very traditional dog noises.
Oh yes, nobody does weird animal noises like Frank Welker.
Okay, so, random thing. I seem to recall there being some kind of recent, relatively recent comic thing establishing one of them as canonically gay, and I think it's the little guy.
I believe that was Lexington, yeah.
Yeah. Which honestly kind of explains one scene in this episode we're gonna watch. Certain things going directly over his head.
Well, it does kind of explain everything, including him turning out to be evil in a possible future.
Oh,
it's
no.
He's camp gay, too.
And then we've also got our recurring human ally, Elisa Maza, who definitely has the hots for Goliath, and is voiced by actress Sally Richardson.
Yes, a lot of him flying around clutching her to his naked chest.
Yeah. Even at the beginning of this episode, it feels like, are they already a couple?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of definitely established as chemistry, in the 5-part pilot.
Yeah, and that would certainly continue for the rest of the series.
Yes.
And of course, there's a whole enormous extended family of gargoyles who appear at various points in the show. You got Demona, who is Goliath's evil immortal ex.
Yes, the best kind.
You got an evil clone of Goliath. You've got a cyborg who used to be Goliath's pal and also has his girlfriend and his mortal enemy's brains inside of him.
Oh yeah, was it Cold Steel?
Cold Stone, I believe.
Like the ice cream place.
Yes.
Oh, but he gets split later on into 3, so they each get names. It's complicated and messy, and there's more clones.
He was Michael Dorn.
Yes, again, like I said, with the second season, with them having to keep it serialized, but also having a huge pile of episodes, it just went kinda nuts.
Mm-hmm. And of course, there's a big thing about how they got almost the entire cast of Star Trek The Next Generation on this show.
Oh, I want spoilers, but yes. It not just that, also into Voyager.
This is true. Well, and of course, when we get to the other voice actors, I'll be able to tell what other show has 3 principal actors in this very episode.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this episode is, finally getting to this episode, it is The Thrill of the Hunt, written by Michael Reeves, who is a big animation veteran.
Mm-hmm. Has he written for Transformers?
Yes, he has. He wrote The Big Broadcaster 2006, and he wrote 3 episodes of Beast Machines.
I thought so.
Nice.
It's like, I knew we've encountered this name before on the podcast.
And,
it's just been a while.
He is also, I believe, the guy who wrote The Collect Call of Cthulhu, which we did, the Ghostbusters episode that we did a zillion years ago.
He's the guy who did a bunch of Mighty Orbots, isn't he?
Oh, he did a lot of great stuff.
He did Spider-Man. He did Phantom 2040, Batman the Animated Series, Ninja Turtles, Real Ghostbusters, Tiny Toons, Spiral Zone, Captain Power, My Little Pony, Starcom, Gem, Bionic 6, Centurions.
Oh, man.
Teen Wolf, Ewoks, Challenge of the GoBots, Dungeons and Dragons, Mighty Orbots, Pole Position.
What, he did the novelization of The Last Jedi? Well, co-wrote it.
Did he?
Wow.
Huh.
Apparently.
That guy's still out there. That's good for him.
Yeah, well, he's got Parkinson's, so he doesn't write as much anymore.
Well, he's been around. He wrote for that Shazam series in the 70s, like the live-action one.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and this first aired November 4th, 1994. So we open up with the pilot is over. Evil has been defeated, and the gargoyles beat up Xanatos and his legion of robot gargoyles and sent him to jail.
Yes.
Because this series has pretty tight continuity, he's still in jail.
There was an action figure of Xanatos in the armor for the robot gargoyles, which I had.
He did wear it a fair bit.
Yeah.
Well, he is this series' Lex Luthor, sort of.
Very much.
So having an armor suit makes sense.
So yeah, he's in jail.
Yes, and so his Skyfair is being run by his second in command, Owen Burnett, in the Jeff Bennettiest of all Jeff Bennett performances.
Extremely Jeff Bennett voice.
Yes. And of course, he also has like a bizarre secret that will be revealed much later.
Much later, which is fantastic when we find it out. But
it's pretty cool.
We want people to watch this show. It's such a good turn.
Speaking of Star Trek The Next Generation, that's all I'll say.
Yes, my favorite.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I love that twist.
So, she's like, yeah. So, she's going to see the gargoyles, and she's kind of surprised that, Owen is just letting her up, and he's like, yeah, no, Xanatos doesn't have grudges, it's all business. So, she goes out there right before nightfall, and they do instead of just, like, turning from stone to flesh, they, like, break off their stone coating every night, which looks super cool.
Yes.
They're like shedding their skin like a snake just every night.
Much more dramatic.
It's exfoliating to the extreme.
Yes.
Well, it turns out much later, they do, like, if they're grievously injured and they get to morning, they heal overnight.
Except for bullet wounds. That, I think, lingers until the next episode at least.
I mean, I guess if it stays in you, maybe if it goes all the way through, then it heals up. But if it stays in you, then it's still in you.
Yeah. So pretty much everybody takes off, and it turns out they're not like really adventuring. They just kind of want to go watch some TV.
Yeah.
They're very excited to go watch some TV.
And I remember they have just recently returned from the 900s.
Yes.
So
this is pretty cool.
Yes. And so, there is a problem. Xanatos is apparently only in jail for receiving stolen property, and he's going to be out of jail in 6 months. And that he's still...
Yeah. Well, he got a sentence of 6 months.
Yeah.
He's only going to serve, like, half that at most.
I believe he's going to get out at the end of the season.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like that Eliza has to, or Elisa, I've got a foster kitten named Eliza right now. Elisa has to explain... to Goliath that Xanatos has not been, vanquished or he's not an outlaw now. He's just
we've defeated him.
Time. Yes, we've defeated him. No, that's not how the legal system works. Not these days. We don't behead people anymore.
Yeah, and he still owns this castle, and I do love this. This castle is hilariously on top of this skyscraper.
It's great.
Well, yeah, because he had to get it above the clouds, so he had to build up a building so high. Because just transporting a castle to America, like that, that's common. But no, Xanatos has to go a step beyond and put on the tallest skyscraper in New York City.
Xanatos is, as the kids would say these days, extra.
Yes.
Yes, accurate.
So she is, you guys are really going to have to book it out of here before your mortal enemy gets out of jail and, find you living in his house. Goliath is not really having it.
I mean, he brought them here for a reason, and she figures they probably don't want to find out what that reason is, because it probably involves exploiting them.
Yes. So it is now TV time. It is time to watch The Pack.
Yes.
Well, you have to watch it. It's on all the channels.
Yes.
Huh.
Now, it is not entirely clear what The Pack is.
What the TV show is. It's
it seems that it's going to be, like one of these syndicated action type shows that was very popular around this time.
Yeah.
Your Xena, Warrior Princess, your Beastmaster, etc.
It almost feels like a syndicated action cartoon, except they're not a cartoon. They're just actors.
And they're also, but they're not even actors. They're actual mercenaries.
Yeah.
Well, they're still...
Seems to be a mix, kind of.
They're not currently mercenaries.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that I guess they're mercenaries pretending to be actors playing mercenaries.
Yes.
They're, as to actual, cartoon murderers and hitmen, as the Beatles are to the monkey, or the monkeys are to the Beatles, they've been assembled together to be this heroic TV show.
But I guess, much like the monkeys, they are actually all pretty good musicians/murderers.
Eventually. Yes. 2 of them were musicians, 2 of them were actors. Mm. Eventually the 2 actors did sort of learn how to play instruments a bit.
Which makes me wonder do these mercenaries act at all? Do they have to take, acting lessons? They apparently only fight like ninjas who are all stuntmen.
Yeah. Well, isn't Fox an actress to begin with or something?
I mean, again, speaking of people with insane, ridiculous pasts, we find out that both of her parents are recurring characters.
Yes, that's a big kettle of fish for another day.
Well, if you speak a little French, you might figure it out faster.
Well, we're not Canadians.
So the Pack are 5 vaguely animal-themed mercenaries who also kind of look like a band that would not have been out of place on Gem and the Holograms.
Yes, they
yeah.
To me, they felt like Cobra had created a mammal-themed TV show for profit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like instead of everyone being snake themed, it's we have a wolf and a fox and a dingo with a mohawk. Okay, that one kind of doesn't work, but you got a jackal and the other one. I was yeah, sure.
So yeah, they are, and they do all their own stuff because they will be appearing in a stunt show at Madison Square Garden that very night.
Yes.
Tonight.
Yes, at the Garden, the home of WrestleMania.
Man, remember when all media was obsessed with New York City and everything just took place in New York City?
Yes, it made sense.
I mean, it's the city that never sleeps, so obviously you would have heroes who operate at night.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Where's it going to take place? Chicago? Right.
Trying to think. I think that Savage Dragon cartoon took place in Chicago.
probably.
Yeah, I
some
think that
things
sounds
eventually did there because everything else was in New York City, and it would be crossover. We don't need the Tommy Westphal cartoon universe.
Well, of course, the contemporary Mighty Ducks cartoon, also by Disney, took place in Anaheim.
Oh, yes. Yes, I bet that had Jeff Bennett in it.
That 100% had Jeff Bennett in it, and Jim Cummings, and also Jim Belushi for some reason.
Well,
yeah.
So Lexington, especially, is very enthusiastic about meeting the pack, and he does not quite seem to grasp that TV is not real.
Yeah, they are all still having a little trouble with that.
well, yeah.
I mean, it's been it's been 1,000 years. I get it.
Yes.
1,000 years and like a week or two.
Yes.
No one's explained to them that sometimes this is just like plays versus being like, I don't know, the town crier announcing the evening news.
So we cut now to Pack Media Studios. And let's meet the pack.
Which is just a warehouse outside of New York City.
Yes. We've got Dingo, who is Australian and extremely Jim Cummings.
Yes.
You've got Wolf, who has like this amazing butt-length ponytail.
Yeah. Well, he's gone gray, but yeah, there's
Everybody
that.
on this kind of has a mullet.
Yeah, they do.
Well, not Fox, really, but yeah.
No. And of course she's got, Wolf is Clancy Brown, so he also sounds amazing.
Yes.
I feel like, speaking of the contemporary Exo Squad show, the mullets on that were so extensive that they dulled the mullets of all other contemporary TV shows. Like, you didn't notice because they didn't have like a leaf-filled head sock around.
No, because like Exo Squad also had like they had a mullet, but they had the sides of their head shaved.
Yes.
Like almost everybody, man, woman, and oh no, I guess the what do you call them?
Neo-Sapiens
Neo
had no hair.
Sapiens didn't have hair. Yeah,
They were above hair. Anyway, sorry. Mullets.
mullet.
They should have known better by that point, but they did not.
You've got the creepy brother-sister duo of Hyena and Jackal.
Yes.
Who both have like amazing anime sideburns.
Yeah, they're very anime sideburn, like anime character designs from the 80s.
Also, don't they become furries in season 2?
They become cyborgs. Wolf becomes a furry.
Yeah, those two become cyborgs. Wolf becomes a furry.
Okay.
Fox is
Dingo just gets like an Iron Man armor.
Yeah, he's like, nope, I'm not fucking with my body. Just give me some extra guns. That's it.
Yeah.
Of course, Hyena is our old pal Cree Summer.
Yes.
Yes.
And Jackal is Max Headroom himself.
Oh.
I always love some surprise Matt Frewer.
Yeah.
And of course, I have to point out they're playing siblings because they're both Canadian.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Probably not.
And then I think the leader is Fox, who has what was at the time a very edgy face tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, which when you first see her, it's like, oh, that's like body paint or something. No, that's there.
She's always got it.
Yep.
And,
she ends up married.
And is voiced by New Jersey's own Laura San Giacomo.
Yes,
man.
who apparently isn't listed in the credits.
Apparently her agent thought that it would hurt her career if she was like a cartoon voice actor.
How much of a career was getting hurt here?
Well, she was in a bunch of things.
I mean,
She was in The Stand. Now I want to go and rewatch The Stand.
Well, that's why I was going to mention The Stand, because this episode has 3 actors from The Stand in it.
Oh, wait.
It does.
Lara San Giacomo, Matt Frewer, who's the other one?
M-O-O-N, that spells Bill Fagerback.
Oh, shit, I forgot about M-O-O-N. Oh,
Man.
wow.
That series, man, that little mini series, that was wild.
Yeah. Oh, and they're making a new one or a movie or something.
They already did.
Oh, they did?
It's out. It's on Paramount Plus or something.
Oh, that's why.
Was that Paramount Plus or was that Peacock? But yeah, I guess that was Paramount
definitely Plus. One of those, and I definitely did not see it.
No. Peacock. Oh, wow, yeah. I forgot even about Peacock. Jeez.
I only installed Peacock on anything because of the aforementioned Exo Squad Season 2.
Oh.
Which is available on their free plan, because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, so the voice cast on this show is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just all over the place in so many characters, especially in this episode, and no real doubles up.
No.
Which, well, I guess that's more of the time and Disney money, as opposed to now.
Yeah, I think there's a point where maybe Welker's doing some double duty.
Probably.
Yeah, there are a few, like, again, I pulled up IMDb, and there are a lot of, like in Batman the Animated Series, you'd occasionally have, like, some random cop who you can tell is just Kevin Conroy doing a slightly different voice.
Oh, yeah.
So there's doubling up of the sort that's, like, random small bit parts being played by somebody who's already in the studio.
Yeah, you're Scott McNeil being background characters in Gundam Wing, not your Scott McNeil being three main characters in Beast Wars.
Yes.
Well, I guess there is doubling up in this because Jeff Bennett is Owen and
Brooklyn. Yeah, that's Brooklyn is definitely like not a super Jeff Bennett voice. So
no, I definitely associate with him more of the Owen type voice.
He's not Huxley Prescott. So
no.
A+, thumbs up.
Yeah, Owen could definitely be Huxley Prescott's like much more straight-laced brother.
More dignified brother, yeah.
So anyway, they're working out, and they're kind of getting tired of this whole TV stardom thing because they're kind of used to being, mercenaries and killing people.
Yeah.
I think Dingo says that, he's getting soft around the middle. He wouldn't last it through, like a single day of a Central American war.
Okay.
Yes. They are not pulling punches on this man.
And I assume that they were not wearing the costumes when they were mercenaries.
Presumably. They didn't have, like, a gimmick.
Not the full costumes where they have a fox-shaped belt buckle or chest piece or cleavage armor with cat or fox ears on it. Fox, what's with the ears? I mean, it looks good, but that can't be practical.
It does seem like maybe it's made out of some kind of rubber, so it doesn't actually poke as badly as it seems like it would.
Is it possible they were all recruited because they're all kind of furries?
Maybe.
Wait, no.
That's what they have in common.
One of them would later literally become a furry.
Yes.
More of them would have turned themselves into werewolves or something.
Well, and of course, speaking of doubling, Clancy Brown played a different character in the pilot, but also spoilers.
Well, yes, but
this show goes all kinds of ridiculous directions.
Yes, it does.
That one doesn't feel like that much of a spoiler, like it's his ancestor. Am I right?
Yes, it is, yes. At one point I believe he gets possessed by the ghost of his ancestor.
Well, I think the ghost of his ancestor is in an axe he gets later.
Yes, that's right.
Oh man, this show.
Yeah, this show is complicated.
Oh, it is labyrinthine. So it turns out they just got some photos in the mail. Photos of gargoyles.
So yeah, it seems like they're just doing this whole like TV series and stage show so that they can travel around and, under the guise of doing these shows while they're actually like hunting for fun things.
I mean, it just says these are the kind of people where if they get photos in the mail, they're like, oh yeah, so somebody wants me to kill these guys.
Yeah, it's a fair assumption.
Yeah, so at least one of these guys has paid to hunt a human for sport.
I don't think these are the guys who've paid to hunt a human. These are the guys who go with you when you hunt.
Oh, yeah.
I figured these were the ones who get paid to hunt a human for, but I guess that's not sport. That's your job.
You go with the rich guy to make sure that Jean-Claude Van Damme doesn't kill him. These guys are the Arnold Vosloo's.
Yes.
We will find out who their Lance Henriksen is a little later.
Eventually.
Well, by the end of this episode. Yeah. So, yeah, we cut to Madison Square Garden. They do their stunt show. They fight evil ninjas. Everybody boos the evil ninjas.
This show is very anti-ninja. It does feel like a Cobra plot.
I love how it just consistently refers to them as the evil ninjas. And at one point in their stage show, the announcer's like, oh no, it's the evil ninjas. Ninjas don't fight with honor like the pack does. Like, oh man, it's so good. Ninjas don't fight with honor. You tell that to Snake Eyes, he is gonna punch your lights out.
Larry Hama was not consulted for this show.
No. He would not approve.
So, Brooklyn and Broadway are there. They watch the show, but they take off. Lexington stays behind and introduces himself to a somewhat surprised pack.
Oh yeah, after Wolf mentions that they're getting $500,000 for the show.
Yes.
Is that each or altogether split? Still, like, that profit margin is like as much as WrestleMania would get at the time.
Well,
pretty good.
They're pulling in.
Once we find out who's bankrolling them, it kind of makes sense.
Well,
yeah.
This is clearly somebody with more money than sense.
Yeah, they may be getting paid extra on top of what they're making from Madison Square Garden. But still, that's impressive. But anyway, yes, Lexington shows up and he can talk. He's tiny.
So Fox is all host. Hey, we heard about another gargoyle who's way bigger than you. What's his deal?
And she's very, very sexy about it, and Lexington just does not notice.
Nope.
Just like, oh, I heard there's another like you, only much bigger. And he's like, oh yeah! Like, oh, poor buddy.
Well, he is the youngest. How the fuck old would he be? Is he like a teenager?
I'm not exact. I think so, because gargoyles basically do age more or less as people do.
Most of them, like the three younger ones, give off a very sort of teenage vibe, but I would say that Lexington is maybe 12.
Yeah.
And also apparently the Greg Weisman has revealed that Broadway is Hudson's son, which I guess makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess for the most part, gargoyles do not have familial relations.
No, they raise all the eggs together in a clutch, and they're
eggs.
Yeah.
Because then Goliath's daughter with Demona shows up later because they were off being kept somewhere else, and
on the Mystic Island of Avalon. Because again, this show, it's nuts.
Yes. But yeah, they just lay eggs and are raised, I guess, communally, which is fair.
Despite otherwise appearing mammalian.
Yes.
Well, they have,
despite the breasts,
tails and wings. Well, okay, there's breasts,
and they all have hair.
Yes, but they don't have nipples.
Except for Broadway and Lexington, I guess. Some of them are just bald. I don't know.
Well, Goliath does. None of the men present any nipples anyway.
Well, I mean, you couldn't show male nipples in animation. I mean, you can show any nipples, and you can't show nipples in animation.
You can? It's just like, it's an extra thing you have to draw.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, try to remember, Batman the Animated Series, shirtless Batman, nipples or no nipples?
Ooh, I'm gonna say no nipples.
Probably not.
That feels too fiddly for that Bruce Timm style.
Yeah.
I want to go on eBay now, and I really need to buy a carded one of that Night Force Ninja Batman with the nipples and the bright green pants, and that being Aaron Archer's first big toy line he worked on.
Actually, I guess the art style on this is kind of
wait. Survey says Batman has nipples.
Oh,
they're very tiny, but they're there.
Are you sure you're interested in watching Batman and Robin?
No, it's from the one where he fights Ra's al Ghul shirtless. Or is it Ra's al? Oh.
It's Ra's al Ghul in the cartoon. It's Ra's al Ghul in the Batman Begins movies.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul is, I think, how it's supposed to actually be said. But since we were raised on the cartoon, it's Ra's al Ghul. it's confusing.
So anyway, they get back. Goliath is not thrilled that he's revealed their existence to humans, even though Lexington argues, Elisa knows about us. Is it only okay because you're totally hot for her?
No. It is.
I didn't take it out for air, Lexington.
Well, okay, if we're going there and talking about loincloths.
Yeah.
How the fuck does Lexington's work? His wings are there.
Try not to think, because he's got like flying squirrel wings. Try not to think about it too hard.
So his wings are pierced so he can wear clothes.
Sure.
I'm not going to think about it, and neither should anyone else.
Well, we're going to have to think about it. They're making toys of them.
Oh, yeah,
I have 2 of them here, and the 3rd on the way.
We don't have to think about it. That's NECA's problem.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering how the fuck they're going to do Lexington. He's going to have like 2 or 3 sets of arms and wings so he can have them up and folded. And admittedly, he's smaller, so that maybe they can include them all in the box for him, and I don't have to buy separate folded wings for the dog.
Or they could be made of fabric.
Yeah.
They could, but they could have also done that with Goliath, and they didn't.
No, they did not.
No, but it's not like they made his loincloth cloth, so I don't think they're going to do that for them.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, they're still arguing when they get stonified. They're still arguing when they thaw out.
Which is pretty great.
Yes. And so, but everybody is with Lexington, because, they've all seen the pack on television. As Hudson say, yes, they fight with honor. A bunch of evil ninjas.
More anti-ninja propaganda.
I gotta say, given that all the trouble that we have now with older people believing everything they see on Facebook, Hudson believing everything he sees on TV is hitting home right now.
Ooh. And as we later find out, he also can't read.
Aw, that's great. Because, literacy was not a priority in the 900s.
Not really. So Goliath does eventually reluctantly decide to go along to Pack Media Studios. They get there, it is seemingly abandoned, and then it turns into a deadly death trap. There's a whole bunch of... This is apparently the Gauntlet, and I guess this is where they film them going through this death trap. We see them sort of going through these metal tunnels in the intro to their show. And they've
spikes coming out of the walls and ninjas popping
They've turned them up to make them super deadly, but not deadly to gargoyles, who pretty much just smash their way through the whole thing.
They just tear through metal. They have no problem just tearing through metal, so, maybe y'all should have done more research than looking at a single picture.
Yeah, don't have aluminum walls that Goliath can just rip through like tissue paper.
Well, it turns out really the only other thing you could do to find out about gargoyles is read the tabloids, as Hyena does.
Yes. Though in here somewhere, Lexington declares that he's never trusting anyone again, which seems like a bit of an overreaction, but probably a lesson that one needs to learn at some point.
Yes. At the very least, you should not trust anyone who dresses like this.
No.
No, a little too much animal print and fur, metal.
The mullets.
Way too much metal. Way too much mullets.
Sharp claw fingers.
Dingo. Stupid dingo.
Who does not have a mullet, but does have a fairly short mohawk.
Well, I think it hangs down in the back.
Oh, I think you're right, though. Oh.
Yeah, it's a mohawk of a mullet.
A mullet hawk?
Yeah.
Yes.
A mull hawk?
Yes.
That must be a thing.
And an attempt at an Australian accent.
I mean, I'm certain that Cummings has done the Australian accent in something, but it's not ringing a bell as to what it was. But of course, it's a 90s Disney production. Jim Cummings is in it. I'm sure he had to have been in, like, The Rescuers Down Under around this time. Wait, was he Monterey Jack?
Was he?
Monterey Jack.
Or was that Peter Cullen?
I just watched that Rescue Rangers movie last night.
Well, I know they hired actual Australian Eric Bana to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was different. The movie clip I've seen was like, well, that didn't sound like Monterey Jack, but I assume someone else is Googling it.
Apparently, at various points, he was voiced by both Peter Cullen and Jim Cummings.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I think this is just Jim Cummings' Monterey Jack accent.
Yeah. Yes. I guess rather than decide, have to choose between the two of them for the Rescue Rangers movie, they took the third option and picked someone entirely new, but actually Australian.
But I guess they did bring Tress MacNeille back. Good for her.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Alright, so yeah, they have now, they escape, but they are now being hunted. This becomes a survive the night type movie. Yes. Very popular in the early 90s. Like, we got, Trespass, Surviving the Game.
Warriors.
Kind of the Warriors. Essentially various slasher movies.
Sadly, not Jason Takes Manhattan, really, except for 5 minutes.
Yeah, so it's like...
I was going to say many taking place in New York.
Again, yes. Sadly, they are not, the pack are not foiled by the city flooding the sewers with toxic waste. Which is apparently something that happens every night in New York City, in Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, well, everyone flushes the toilet at the same time after Letterman or whatever.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Right, but that melts his flesh and somehow turns him into a child. That movie's real stupid.
Yeah. Well, it turns him into a Muppet first, then into a child.
Oh man, the unmasked Jason in that movie looks terrible.
I kind of like it because at least it looks like something.
I guess.
Dumb as fuck, but he's just a Muppet. But.
Anyway, so yeah, the hunt has begun. They're at one point, Dingo throws boomerangs at them because, of course, he does.
Oh, there's supposed to be boomerangs. Well, at first I wasn't sure who was throwing it. There was just these chakram things bouncing around. I was like, it's a boomerang. Yeah, that makes sense.
Jackal's the guy who throws... We don't really get... we get a sense of them just because they're voice actors that we know and we're sort of familiar with what their deal is. But we don't have, clear-cut, this is the strong guy, this is the weapons guy.
Wolf is very definitely the strong guy, and Fox is the leader by default because no one else seems to be in charge.
Although Dingo's kind of also the strong guy.
Kinda? He seems more like the guy who's older and is tired of this shit.
And then Jackal and Hyena are the crazy ones.
Yes.
Yes.
He's definitely the guy who throws knives.
Well, yeah, those two are very much the bouncy, knife-wielding, sharp-clawed character from fighting video games. Yes. They're the Choey.
Yeah, also they have definitely been caught. They've definitely been caught by their teammates making out once, and they decided never to speak of it.
Ew. But yes. Damn Targaryens.
Listen, it's natural in our homeland, Canada.
I was thinking of the Ultimates. Also, not great.
I was thinking of Amy Poehler and Will Arnett from Blades of Glory.
Oh.
Anyway, so the Gargoyles get knocked out by getting hit into some power lines, and they're spotted by a couple of small children. And hey, it's the pack. It's our heroes from TV.
Yeah, small children who apparently show up in later episodes.
Yes, they're like recurring children.
Recurring small children.
Basically.
I kind of love that this show does that with background characters. Especially one character who comes back way later.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I mean, it's New York City. You would think there could be more people, but no. Yeah,
there are kind of empty streets for New York City at night. I guess it's after they started to clean it up and Disneyfy. What do you call it?
Gentrify?
Gentrify?
Yeah, no, but like the corner that everything's at. What the fuck is that street?
Times Square?
Times Square, that's the one.
Oh man, the gargoyles run into like a bunch of fake people in gargoyle costumes, trying to bilk money out of tourists.
I don't want a Gargoyles reboot, but now I kind of want a Gargoyles reboot for that.
Just for that.
Yeah.
Just some drunk guy with no shirt painted purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, they explain that, the gargoyles, they've been sent by the evil ninjas. And at one point, the kids start pelting the gargoyles with garbage.
Well, it is New York in the 90s. I mean, the 80s would have made more sense. They would have thrown bricks then, though. Well, they probably still throw bricks now, but...
Yeah, so Goliath manages to break off the cap of fire hydrant, knock back Jekyll and Hyde, and they make an escape. They climb up on this building.
Yeah, they climb up the fire escape. It's like, you guys have been flying until this point, but now you're climbing up a fire escape?
As per the pilot, they can only glide.
Yes. They cannot fly from ground level. They can only glide from heights.
They're good at jumping.
They're real flexible with that. Well, and also, they can... I mean, I guess the fire escape is probably faster, but they can also do the thing where they, climb up a building with their claws.
Yes, they can sink their claws into concrete.
Yes.
I guess they didn't want to damage the surface of that old brick building.
Yeah.
But then the pack is shooting at the fire escape.
Well, and then they end up climbing it Batman Adam West style. There's probably a cutscene where some 90s celebrity pokes his head out the window. I don't know. It's Larry Bud Melman.
No.
Anyway, so they get to the top of this building, and this building is just covered in gargoyles. What kind of building is this?
I mean, it's New York. You gotta have, the one that, Bruce, that Spider-Man hangs out with, and then the ones that Batman poses on, and...
I think this may have been the building that Sigourney Weaver lives in Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Maybe? I mean, it's not the actually medieval museum in New York, because that shows up in a later episode.
Oh, the cloisters.
Yes.
That's also again shows that do New York love that, because there's also a noted Spider-Man episode that takes place in the cloisters.
Yeah, that's a great setting.
Specifically, that's the one in which Spider-Man tells the Shocker that he'll hunt him to the ends of the earth.
Oh, neat. Oh, I have so much phlegm today.
So naturally,
it all up.
Yeah, there's so many sculptures on this roof. It's ridiculous.
It's the roof of a gargoyle collector.
Yes. This is a New York City that has more gargoyles than actual New York, but there's 30 on this one roof. It's ridiculous.
And this is the point where I'm shocked that they don't say this in the dialogue. The hunters become the hunted.
Yeah, something like that.
Dun dun.
And for about 5 minutes, the episode turns into Predator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it just becomes a horror movie in which the pack is stalked by the relentless gargoyles who are totally hidden amidst this roof full of fake gargoyles. So, they get pulled off screen.
Pick off the crazy idiots first.
Violence is implied that could not be shown on television.
Well, they do show it in silhouette.
In silhouette. And also there's a bit where you see a gargoyle in the foreground, and because it's of the way it's drawn, you know that it's going to move, but it's still cool when he does move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a nice touch. Oh, and somehow Lexington just carries Dingo into the air, dropping him who knows where, but Lexington is a little fellow.
I mean, he's strong.
Very strong.
He's wiry.
Well, yes. But he's his wing surface. It's surprising he has enough to lift Dingo for even a short period. Goliath could carry someone easy, maybe 2, but Lexington is a wee fellow. He's 4 feet tall.
So we're now down to Fox and Wolf, and Goliath fights them. They end up crashing through the roof and into what is apparently some sort of midnight swimsuit photo shoot.
Wait, did they fall back to the 20s? It is Betty Page here?
It's the best time to have a photo shoot.
Yes, a bikini photo shoot with a tropical backdrop.
At night.
New York City.
It's not even like they're outside.
And so Fox takes one of these models hostage with a gun, which is pretty nuts.
Which seems like a dumb idea since there's a cameraman right there.
Yeah, we see this guy literally taking pictures of them.
A pervy cameraman.
There's definitely a lot of gun use by the pack in this. And
now, they are mostly like laser guns.
Well, yes,
but
I mean,
still,
that does make sense in context that they are, these high-tech mercenaries.
Because they're bad guys. They have guns. But I forget whether it's from the pilot, but there's definitely a point where Goliath just crushes a pistol in his hand.
Oh yeah, that's got to be in one of the first few episodes.
Well, and after the episode where Elisa is accidentally shot with her own gun because Broadway's kind of playing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought one of the gargoyles got shot too.
I don't think so, unless that's much later. But they make a point of showing him crushing a gun every time they're confronted by guys with guns.
Oh yeah, it does. I think Goliath does it. Do it first, but Lexington or Broadway.
Yes,
all the time.
It's very much that Batman the Animated Series era of good guys are too good to need guns.
Yes. This is the weapon of the enemy. We do not use it.
Wait, the lessons of Vin Diesel. I am not a gun. I am Superman.
I thought the lesson of Vin Diesel was I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Well, that and family, but yes.
Family.
One of the 3 lessons of Vin Diesel. No gun, am Superman, family, quarter mile at a time. Okay, that's 4, I guess.
And I guess the other lesson is teaching Judi Dench how to play D&D.
Yes.
And how to kill someone with a teacup.
Anyway, so Lexington takes down Fox, and then Wolf has a big fight with Goliath, and we get the classic, the big strong guy throws a punch, and then Goliath just kind of catches it in his hand.
Well, claw.
Yes.
It's yes, you are a very strong human. I'm 7 feet tall and all muscle.
I mean, have you not noticed that I sound like Keith David? I'm obviously very strong.
Yes.
It's I'm as strong as Keith David sounds. You don't stand a chance.
And so they are defeated. And,
they have been defeated.
They head back to the castle. Obviously Lex is very, he's never going to trust anybody again. But, Goliath is pretty sanguine about the whole thing,
Hudson has learned the lesson that maybe we shouldn't believe everything we see on television.
Yes, but, Lexington, you weren't wrong to want to be friends with people. You just have to be, more careful about who you're going to be friends with.
Maybe learn some judgment about, not being friends with people with ridiculous mullets and metal bras.
Yeah, maybe don't pick celebrities whose violence is their main profession.
Yes.
But, police detective who basically looks like a Disney princess, she's good people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, so the pack was indeed arrested, largely because, Fox had a bunch of pictures taken of her.
2 of them are arrested because they're in the photos. I think the other 3 are just out there because they were beat up on a roof.
Yeah,
there's no proof against them.
I vaguely recall that when we see them next, they're all in jail.
Well, they get busted for something else.
It's possible they just found them on the roof a day later. So now we cut to Owen. He's going to see Xanatos in prison. We did not mention this before because we're just seeing him now. But Xanatos has an amazing ponytail,
yes,
and B is voiced by Jonathan Frakes at the absolute height of his evil, sexy powers.
Yes.
It's anime Jonathan Frakes. That's what he is, with a ponytail.
I mean, he does kind of look like Jonathan Frakes. Again, and he's a little more tan because I think he's supposed to be Greek in this.
I mean, yes. Xanatos, I guess, is a Greek name, question mark?
I think we later meet his father, who's a Greek fisherman.
Oh.
And,
he was born in Maine, according to Wiki.
Oh, you better be careful about those gargoyles there.
Oh, wow. Jonathan Frakes trying to do a Maine accent. That would be hilarious.
Anyway, and this scene here really sets up, before this, we knew that Xanatos was like a cunning criminal mastermind. But there are many times on this show when Xanatos will show up in the last scene of the episode and he'll be all, hey, that 22 minutes of crazy bullshit you just saw? That was all according to my plan.
Yes, which, like, is it, I think it's where it starts, is like, wait, really? And then throughout the entire series, every time he shows up, it just keeps escalating. It's like, wait, you lost? And yet that wasn't entirely in your plan, but it was in the possible parameters of your plan to set up 3 other things later? And thus was born the Xanatos Gambit.
Listen, am I a super insane genius, or am I just making it all up as I go along? You decide.
Yeah, because it's a thing that's like, it's old comic book and shit. But when it was finally named, admittedly, tropes have gone way out of control of naming everything. But it fits so well because he does it so often, and it usually works.
So he sent those photographs to the pack. He also messed with the cable in the castle so that they could only get the pack.
Well, he had Owen do it for him.
Yes, because Owen is he is the sound wave to his Megatron.
Yes.
And also, he created the pack in the first place.
Yes. Well, he was pitting Pet Project A against Pet Project B.
Yes.
And seeing who came out on top. Seeing who was worth additional investment and or marrying in the case of Fox.
And he also, and of course he's also maybe picking his future wife out here.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's always got something on the burner.
Oh, I think that was a side thing that just kind of happened. Is like, oh wait, she's actually competent, mostly.
Ooh, and hot.
Yes.
Yes. Perhaps we would be genetically compatible.
And it also turns out that they apparently are both sexually aroused by evil plots.
Yes.
Very compatible.
Like they're the couple who sees you across the bar and they like your vibe, but they actually want you to steal like an ancient scroll for them.
Yeah.
There is definitely like she's like in a wedding dress and she still has the face tattoo because that's actually a tattoo and not just makeup.
Yes. That is supposed to be a fox head, although occasionally the animators kind of fudge it.
It's also wrapped on a human face, so it's kind of hard to do properly. It's
very logo-y.
Yes. So yeah, and that is the thrill of the hunt. That this is a really like well-crafted, enjoyable show.
Yeah.
And it's certainly the more you watch of it, the more things pay off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very well constructed.
Yeah, because it's very on par with Batman the Animated Series, except for it has more ongoing plots.
Right, I mean, Batman the Animated Series was almost entirely episodic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you had the occasional running plot, but not the way that this does.
Yeah, this was definitely one of the earliest, like, kids' action shows to just go full serial like this.
I mean, certainly,
like I said, and also Exo SWAT.
Yeah, and also, I guess, the contemporary X-Men and Spider-Man cartoons were very big on this, although not to the degree that this was. Well, partly because, those are drawing from comic books.
Yeah, trying to make sense of decades-old comic books.
Whereas this, we get to make it all up as we go along.
Yeah. And thus, the Xanatos Gambit retconning things, it's like, oh, that's why he did that dumb thing.
And, decide that actually these characters have a daughter who's been in Avalon for a millennium, basically.
But time passes slowly there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend, really, you can just watch the show from the beginning. It's fairly long, but it does reward the long-term viewer.
You don't have to watch all of it the last season. You can just kind of ignore.
I'm definitely looking to squeeze that into my rotation somewhere. I guess maybe after I finish The Owl House, considering that's very finite at this point. But yeah, like I said, it came out when I was in high school and I was super into it. So it's a very good show. I have good memories of it. I do want to see how well they stand up.
Well, judging by this episode, really damn good.
Yeah. I'm actually watching.
I think I mentioned when we were planning this that this was the episode that was always, like, sometimes when you don't watch a show real regularly, every time you turn it on, it seems like it's the same episode, and this was the episode that was always on for me.
The episode of syndication sickness, like,
yes.
That one episode of Thundar the Barbarian where they rebuild King Kong robot.
It's like how whenever I caught a random episode of Batman the Animated Series, it was almost always, I've got Batman in my basement.
Oh wow! No, for Batman the Animated Series, that one seemed to be more. It was like Captain Clown, Tiger, or
speaking of horny on Maine.
Yeah. Speaking of furries,
there was one other one that it cropped up a lot, but I forget what it was.
But I know there's definitely a big movement in the way that these things tend to just be people online talking about stuff. To get people watching it on Disney Plus to show that there's an interest in it. Considering that we're getting X-Men 97, maybe that's actually a worthwhile suggestion. Maybe we have entered a point where these things actually happen. So that'd be cool.
Sadly, of course, we're without Ed Asner these days, but we've got the rest of the voice cast.
Yes. I know they just brought them all to be on Picard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And yet they never got Patrick Stewart.
No, he was too important.
Has he ever done voice acting? Ever?
He's on that American Dad.
Well, that's more recent, though. I think he just play himself on American Dad?
I mean, I think he basically plays himself.
No, I thought he was literally like Patrick Stewart in that, but I don't actually watch that show. I just see it in passing on occasion.
I mean, I think it turned out to be a thing where they thought that they just couldn't get him because, it's Patrick Stewart. But then I think somebody actually asked him, and he was like, oh, yes, I would have done that, of course. Oh.
He does have that, he gives that impression of being, like, very dignified and then being like, oh, I love Beavis and Butthead. You're in a police band.
Yeah, so if we can't think of anything else to watch someday, we're probably going to come back to Gargoyles eventually.
Yeah,
but again, there's other shows that we could do that too.
We can pick a random season 2 episode.
I just want
watch Exo Squad.
One of the spoiler episodes. Oh, Exo Squad. We haven't done Exo Squad. Oh.
No.
Although trying to find a really good episode of Exo Squad, I don't remember any specific ones. Except for the very last one, which was like, what the fuck?
And also, we don't have Peacock in Canada.
I never saw the last episode because the channel that I had syndicating it, like, stopped showing it with the next to last episode.
Oh, that is weird.
And then I never managed to catch it when it was on USA.
Oh.
I need to watch that just completely out of context without rewatching any of the rest of it. Anyway.
All right, so I believe that does it for us for this week. Unless we're not doing your Tokusatsu Corner this week?
No, because it's a different episode. Okay, also, we're over an hour anyway.
We have done so long.
Yes, we
talking about thirst traps.
Yes.
All right, so that is it for us for this week. We'll be back next week with the final episode of the season of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Pod.
Yes, well, until the movie comes out or whatever the fuck is next.
Yes.
The end of Dynazenon, anyway.
Yes, but until then, you can find us all over the internet. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we are set up with a Patreon to help with hosting and other expenses. That is patreon.com/iaconunderground. For the month of May, we decided that none of us felt like actually sitting through Morbius. Actually, no, that was May.
Yeah, that was the last
okay.
one. We decided not to watch Morbius. Instead, we watched Morbius in cartoon.
You know how you were saying that we're like well over an hour at this point? I really need to pee. So
yes, let's just cut it off.
Distracted by really needing to pee. So for this month, instead of watching Doctor Strange, we have watched the early 90s Full Moon Pictures movie, Dr. Mordred, starring our beloved Jeffrey Combs. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was. All right, so until next time, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And here in New York, I live again. I'm David.